Hi, fam. Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm Joe,
I'm Dan.
and we're back with another reaction. We have another pitch meeting in the same series we've just started, guys. Which one, Dan?
We're back with the Lord of the Rings in the Two Towers.
A pitch meeting for the Two Towers. As we said, we enjoyed the story so much, but if there's issues, let's go see what they happen to be.
Absolutely.
All right. Cheers to you, fam. Enjoy.
So, you have a second Lord of the Rings movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Very exciting. So what happens in this thing? Well, Gandalf is back. Yeah, he fell off a thing, right? He
Yes.
sure did, sir. But you're gonna come to realize that falling from great heights isn't really fatal for good guys in these movies.
Oh, good.
Great. Yeah, so he falls and he falls and he falls and he fights that fire demon, and then they end up at the top of a tower and they fight some more. How'd they get to the top of a tower? Unclear,
Good
but he's
question.
gonna finally kill the fire demon thing, and then he's gonna die, but then he's gonna come back. Oh yeah, he is? Yeah, his spirit went somewhere for so long that he forgot his own name, but now he's back and he's all white. Well, that is how death works, so no further
What?
questions.
That's
No,
not
this
how
is
that
like
works.
magic and stuff. That's not how death works. Sure it is. So what else happens?
Sure it
Well,
is.
there's
What
gonna
death
be
do
some
you
more
know about?
walking. Oh, there is, huh? Yeah, a whole bunch more walking. A ton of it, in
Yeah,
fact. Even the
lots of
trees are
running,
gonna
actually.
walk
Yes.
in this thing. I love it. So anyway, Merry and Pippin, they've been captured by orcs, right? And they're being brought to Saruman. Right. And some of the orcs actually want to eat them. They're like, yeah, why can't we have some meat? What, do the orcs all have Cockney accents? They do, yeah.
Yes.
Inexplicable accents are toit. And then the orcs are attacked
Toit.
by these dudes, the Riders of Rohan, and it's just a massacre. Oh boy. And for a little bit, we're gonna think that Merry and Pippin are dead, but then it turns out they're not. Oh, fantastic. So they head into the forest and they meet these big talking trees called the Ents, and these things, they talk super slowly. Oh, well,
Yeah,
I guess
they
that's a
do.
good way to pad the runtime a little
Oh,
bit.
God.
How long is this thing anyway? About 4 hours. Oh, my
Oh,
God. So the
no,
Ents are gonna
yeah.
have this big council meeting, and they're gonna decide that they don't want to go to war. Oh. But then they're gonna see that Saruman destroyed a bunch of trees, so they're gonna go attack Isengard. Okay, so the trees were treated poorly, and now they want their revenge. That's perfect. I love it. Who is that? That's just M. Night Shyamalan. Sometimes he eavesdrops on these meetings
What?
and tries to
Oh,
get
no.
movie ideas. That's not a good idea for a movie, M. Night. Yes, it is. Okay, well, that's gonna be bad. Yeah,
Oh,
you
no.
shouldn't write that. So what does Saruman do when they attack? Does he do some kind of crazy wizard counter move? No, he just kind of frantically looks around like he lost a contact lens or something. Anyway, so we're also gonna follow Sam and Frodo on their quest to destroy the ring. And how's that going? Well, they keep getting lost, so they team up with this weird creature called Gollum, and he's like obsessed with the ring because he used to own it. Oh, and this guy's freaking nuts. I mean, at a certain point of the movie, he's just having a full-on conversation
does.
Oh,
with
yeah.
himself. He's just talking to himself and replying as if he was two different people. Yeah, he's freaking nuts.
Yeah, he is.
Problems. So he guides them to where they need to go.
I just got it.
Made a joke,
Yeah.
yeah.
Soldiers and crap, and one of them comes really, really close to them. Oh my God, it's gonna be tough to survive that. Actually, it's gonna be super easy.
Barely
an
an inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, they hide under this blanket thing, which looks exactly like a rock, so it works out. How does it look exactly like a rock? Well, technically, it's an elven cloak, so. What's that made of? Plot armor. Oh, okay. Eventually, they're gonna get captured by Boromir's brother,
Great
Faramir, and
response.
he and his men are a little sketchy about the ring. That frickin' ring makes everybody sketchy. It sure does, sir. And eventually a Nazgul is gonna show up on this flying Feldbeast monster. Oh no. And the ring is gonna compel Frodo to go see the Nazgul and be like, hey, check out this ring. Pretty cool, huh? That's a horrible impulse to have. But then luckily Faramir's gonna shoot an arrow at the Feldbeast, and so the Nazgul's gonna be like, wow, okay, never mind. It leaves. Yeah, it leaves. It
Yes.
flies away. But all of Middle-earth is hinging upon that one ring. The Nazgul's just gonna back off? Well, he didn't realize they had arrows. And doesn't this mean
Really?
Sauron knows
Why would they
exactly
not
where
have
the ring
arrows?
is now? Shouldn't he send all his forces towards Frodo? Well, to
Yes.
be honest, sir, this part wasn't in the books, but I thought it'd be cool, so I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about the story
All the way.
implications. Oh, okay,
Oh, for
let me get
God's
off
sake.
of that thing. Thank you. So what else happens? Well, Aragorn and Legolas and Gimli, they're still running around trying to find Merry and Pippin. Oh, yeah. And they meet this King Theoden, but he's all messed up looking. Oh, how come? Well, he's being, like, controlled by Saruman with the help of this sketchy advisor dude, Wormtongue. Never a good
Brad Dourif.
idea to hire somebody with worm in their name, or tongue for that
Fair point.
matter. Anyway, Gandalf managed to use his staff to do a kind of magic exorcism thing, and he saves the king. And so they kill Wormtongue? They don't know, because they're like, well, enough blood has been shed. So they lock him up in a cell? Nah, they let him go. Feels kind of
God's
dangerous.
sake.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, he'll
probably-
probably run directly to his boss and give him more information. That's exactly what he does. I bet he did. Anyway, later there's a battle, right? And Aragorn, he falls off a cliff. Oh no, is he dead? Well, we're gonna think he's dead for a little bit,
Oh,
but heights
that's what
don't
he was
affect him
talking
because
about.
he's
Yeah.
a good guy. Right, okay, yeah. Oh, and he's also gonna have this flirty thing going on with this woman, Eowyn. And what sparks that flame? Well, they look at each other, so you know, they're kind of in love now. Very romantic.
It didn't take much.
There's going to be
didn't.
this massive battle at this place called Helm's Deep. Wow, 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 wow. Ow. Oh. Are you okay, sir? I think I maybe got a little too excited there.
Oh.
Should I call an ambulance or what's up? No. I actually feel fine.
What?
Oh, I think you may have died. Oh, yeah. Look
Oh,
at that.
no.
come
Oopsie.
on.
Well, welcome back.
Producer the White
Producer
now?
guy the White. Producer guy. Yeah. That's what they used to call me. Anyway, there's gonna be a battle. Oh boy, and how does that go? Well, there are only a couple of hundred good guys and like 10,000 orcs, so, not great. Yeah, those aren't good numbers at all.
No.
But then some elves show up, and they're led by none other than Haldir. Hey, I don't know who that is. He was
Yeah, I
in the
didn't
first
either.
movie for, a couple of minutes, remember?
Yeah, just a
I mean,
couple.
kind of, maybe. It was a long script. Anyway, he's gonna get this super emotional death scene, and people are gonna be like, no, Haldir! Right? I mean, rest in peace, elf dude, I guess. So then the battle keeps going, and it's not looking good. Uh-oh. But then Gandalf had told them to look to the east at dawn, and sure enough, he's there right on time with a whole big army of backup. So wait, can he predict the future? That's a pretty precise statement to have given.
It was,
Vaguely,
wasn't it?
Yes.
Sometimes when the plot demands it, yeah. Very cool. And at a certain point, King Theoden, he's gonna turn to Aragorn and be like, let this be the hour where we draw swords together. Oh, a little art project, not the best time for it. That's
That's not what that means.
With swords. That makes more sense. And then they're gonna win the frickin' battle. Fantastic. And Gandalf's gonna be like, the battle for Helm's Deep is over. The battle for Middle Earth is about to begin. Stay tuned for movie 3. Well, okay, that whole thing's a little on the
That's
nose.
right.
Maybe just cut out that last part at
Yes.
least? Okay, I'll cut out the last part. So what do you think? Well, it sounds great, but do you think maybe we're overdoing it with the fake out deaths? It seems like we keep going back to that trick. Well, I don't know. There might be one or two.
Oh, no, 10.
Was it really?
Oh, now I'm trying to do the math.
Tell you what, though, they made some good points there, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I forgot to mention this in the previous episode, but they went ahead and did it for me anyway in this one.
What's that?
They're right. They do pad this out with a crap ton of walking,
Well-
don't they? It's like walking.
Well, look, you don't want to see New Zealand? Come on.
No, I do, and I understand why they did it that way. And it's probably what happened in the book, for all I know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you see them walk a lot. And it was a good way to showcase your country.
Yeah.
Because I think New Zealand was perfect, because there are times you forget you're just in New Zealand,
Right.
and you're flown away into Middle Earth.
There's like so many different environments, but it's really just one country.
I know, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, all the little biomes that they have in their country, but they seem so vast.
Mm-hmm. Love too, he's talking about, all the fake out deaths. Just coming off the Star Wars, we're constantly talking about how many times people get stabbed with lightsabers and they don't die.
Right. So far, only one person's died.
Like if you think about it, in the first movie alone, Frodo gets stabbed twice, survives. In the second movie here, he pointed out 2 characters fall, yet survive giant falls that probably should have killed them.
Exactly. But when Sean Bean enters the game, only
You know
he
he's
can
gonna die.
Yeah. Like
It's a given.
there's one thing that brings you back to reality. Thank God it's Sean Bean. It's funny how they mentioned Haldir and like how everybody was emotional about his death. It's like you really never actually saw him when you get to think about him.
Honestly, I didn't even realize he was in the first movie. I completely forgot about his character.
He was the guy that said, "The dwarf breathes so loud we could have shot him in the dark."
Yeah, that's
That
how
was
little
him.
impact that made on me, so...
Yeah, but I mean, like in the extended version, he's got a little bit more to that, but not much.
Yeah, like when he shows up, like, oh, who's this guy? I don't know, it doesn't matter, he dies anyways.
Right. But everybody felt his death like he was just part of the crew.
Yeah, they made a big deal out of it, and it's like, okay, sure.
And then, of course, all the wasted opportunities to kill a problem before it becomes a bigger problem, like Wormtongue there, for instance.
How do you let this guy go? You know he's a servant of evil.
I don't know. Any of your guards there could have stopped him and thrown him in a dungeon. Sauron wouldn't have gotten his spy.
Would have been super easy, right?
Yeah.
Even a kid in town probably could have taken him out. But
I'm
no.
sorry, Saruman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole point, too, we had talked in the first episode about, how the wizards didn't show that much power. And then when the Ents show up, Saruman's just like, well, nothing I can do about it.
Exactly.
Like, you're a wizard. For God's sake, do something. Cast a spell.
Really, when they say wizards have power, I really think it's just the power of delegation is what they're talking
The
about.
power to wield an intimidating staff, that's about it.
Yes. And create IEDs to blow up walls.
Yeah, that's about it.
Pretty much. But nonetheless, guys, it was still a really good movie. Really worthy sequel that got me excited for the rest of the series.
Well, I love the Battle of Helm's Deep. That was fun to watch.
That was incredible. Yeah, because it's like, wow, your backs are against the wall, and they are just crawling over the walls to get at you there.
Yeah.
But you held your ground. It cost you all the elves, but it held your ground.
It was such a chaotic situation, too. Just them trying to hold the walls, and then once the walls explode, they got to bridge the gap, and it's just...
I know, right? That was a well-done battle. Wish it wasn't at night, but it didn't matter much, so...
it's still better than, season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Absolutely, it's still better. But fam, I think you get the point there. If there's anything else you want to mention there that maybe we forgot or didn't see, point it out for us, guys. But as always, if you're brand new, I hope you'll consider subscribing, liking the video, hitting the bells, and checking us out on those things, and subscribe and like the video again. But until next time, this is Cocktail Flicks. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
We'll catch you on the flip side. Cheers to you, fam. Cheers to you, Dan.
Cheers to you, Joe.
Later, guys.